humans, I'm Mr. Khing. Hello, welcome to this past year paper discussion of February-March 2021 paper 22 part 1, as we will cover only question 1 to 20 in this video. Okay, let's go to the first one. So which row about a change of state is correct? So in this case, answer is C. So you see, why is it C? Remember, see, solid, liquid, gas. So remember, you see, when it changes from solid to liquid to gas, okay, the direction, okay, from left towards the right. Okay, remember, heat energy is absorbed. Okay, heat is absorbed, okay, to overcome the forces of attraction. Alright, from right hand side towards the left hand side, okay, from gas back into liquid to solid, heat is released. Okay, heat is released to form the forces of attraction. So therefore, heat energy is taken in. See, from solid straight away to gas is what we call sublimation. Okay, the next one. Okay, which gas is both monoatomic and a liquid at negative 200 degrees Celsius? See, remember, monoatomic means it has to be noble gas, group A. Okay, so it cannot be donkey. See, liquid at negative 200 degrees Celsius. So you see which one? Boiling point is lesser than negative 200. Answer is negative 186. So therefore answer is A. Okay. So next, Q3. So which statements are correct? So answer is, you see, X and Y both contains 2 or more dyes. Yes, it is. See, 3 and 2. So first statement is correct. 2, 3 present in both X and Y. See, 2, 3, see, X and Y. Correct. Statement 3. So how to do for the RF value? Okay, remember it is the distance traveled by the dye, okay, which is 5 divided by the distance traveled by the solvent front, okay, which is 8. So you will get 0.625. It is correct. So therefore answer is C. Next, which statement about the atoms of all the isotopes of carbon is correct? Let me see. Isotope means they have the same numbers of proton but different numbers of neutron. Remember, you see, atoms what? Atoms that have the same numbers of proton and electrons. So therefore answer, they have the same numbers of electrons at the outermost shell. Same numbers of valence electrons. Okay, number 5. Which one is silicon oxide? Okay, very obvious answer is D. Remember, okay, A, it is the structures of diamond. B, graphite. And C is ionic lattice, okay, which means ionic compound in the forms of solid. Okay, and D is silicon oxide. And then number 6. So which statements are correct? So you see first one, lithium atom lose electrons when they react. Yes, metal loses electrons to form positive ions. Correct. Each fluoride ion has 1 electron. Okay, then fluorine atom. Yes, it is. Remember, see, fluorine, non-metals, they gain electrons to form fluoride ions. So therefore, fluoride has extra electrons compared to fluorine. Correct. Lithium fluoride is a mixture of elements. No, it is incorrect. Remember, you see, they are ionic compound. Okay, they are not mixtures of elements. Okay, they are ionic compound, not a mixture. So answer is 1 and 2, which is A. Okay, next, how many electrons are used to form covalent bonds in the molecules of methanol? So first, how is the structural formula looks like? CH3 OH. Okay, remember, in order to form one single covalent bond, a pair of electrons is needed. Okay, which means there will be 2 electrons for every single bond. See, there are how many single bond here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 single bond, and every single bond, okay, you need a pair of electrons. Total 2 electrons. So eventually you need 10 electrons. So therefore answer D. Right, okay, next. So given with this, See, which rows identifies the attractive forces that are broken when these compounds are melted. See, magnesium oxide high melting point, which means this is examples of ionic compound. Carbon dioxide low melting point. Remember, carbon dioxide is an example of covalent compound. Okay, remember, ionic compound, they are made of ions. Covalent compounds, they are made of molecules. So answer can be B, it cannot be A and B. It has to be ions for magnesium oxide. Okay, and ionic compound that have strong forces of attraction. Carbon dioxide molecules weak forces of attraction between the molecules. So it cannot be atom. So answer donkey. Okay, CO2 what? It is molecule. Okay, number 9. Okay, balanced equation. Okay, see, right hand side 2 oxygen, you need 2 oxygen. 1 oxygen loses 2 electrons. If there are total 2 oxide ions, give away total 4 electrons. So answer donkey. And then, okay, a compound with the formulas of XF2 with relative mass of 70. So what is element X? Okay, with relative mass. So first, you see, based on periodic table, okay, the atomic mass for fluorine is 19. So FF2 equals to 70. And there are 2F, 90 multiplied with 2, get 70. So X equals to 70 minus 38, you get 32. So based on periodic table, okay, elements with the mass 32 is sulfur. Okay, then, so given with this, so which statement explain why a particular substance is used? Okay, answer is A. Remember, aluminium, it has low density and it is a good conductor of electricity. So you see why B cannot. Remember, ceramic is non-metal, okay, it cannot conduct electricity. And steel, okay, alloy, it cannot undergo rusting, okay. And steel, basically, okay, it has nothing to do with the density. Okay, then 12. What is the ionic half equation for this reaction? You see, hydrogen gas. So what is the ionic half equation for hydrogen? C. Okay, hydrogen ions gains electrons to form hydrogen gas, H2. Okay, then next one, okay, which one is exothermic? You see, in terms of the energy levels diagrams, how it looks like for endothermic, okay, it goes up. So it cannot be A and it cannot be C. Remember, endothermic means, okay, heat energy is absorbed from the surrounding. Okay, which means answer is B. C. Energy is absorbed from the surrounding to the reaction. Answer is B. Pretty easy for this. Okay, then 14. Okay, what is the energy change for the reaction? You see first how it looks like for CH4. CH4. O2, OO double bond. CO2, C double bond O. H2O, it looks something like this. Yeah, energy change, remember, equals to delta H. Here, delta H equals EB minus EF. So, remember, EB is always, the energy needed to break the bonds. It is always from the reactants. EB. Okay? And EF is from the products. So, first, look for EB. See, there are how many CH bond here? There are total 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 410 multiplied with 4 plus, there's how many oxygen to oxygen bond? There's 2, isn't it? See, given here 2. So 496 multiplied with 2. So eventually you get 2632. EF CO2. See, there's 1, 2, 2C double bond O. 805 multiplied with 2. Plus, see, 2 water molecule. Okay, there's, see, in 1 H2O there is 2 OH. So OH 640 multiplied with 2, and there are total 2 water molecules. So you have to multiply with 2 again. So eventually you get 3450. So then sub inside this formula, 2632 minus 3450, eventually you get negative 818. So this is how you get the answer A. Okay, next, see hydrogen fuel cell. So which statement about a fuel cell are correct? See the balance equation. You see, it's very obvious that the equation is not balanced. You see, left hand side there are 2 oxygen. Right hand side there's only 1 oxygen, so it is not balanced. It is used to produce electricity. Yes, it is. Okay, in the fuel cell, hydrogen is reduced. No, it is not. You see, hydrogen, you see, it gets oxidized. You see, it gains oxygen to produce H2O. It gains oxygen. It undergoes oxidation. So it is incorrect. Okay, reactants are gases at room temperature. Yes, hydrogen, gas. Oxygen, it is also gas. So answer 2 and 4, C. Okay, then, this is gas string method. Remember, gas string method is for reaction that produce gas. So you see which reaction produce gas? So answer, it can only be A. See the rest, they didn't produce gas at all. Okay, 17. See, P is a hydrated metal salt with a blue color. When it is heated, water given off, leaving solid Q. R, hydrated metal pink color. When it is heated, leaving solid S. See, hydrated, see, what type of hydrated compound is blue in color? It has to be copper 2 sulfate, isn't it? Copper 2 sulfate, hydrated blue in color. When it is anhydrous, it is white in color. So P, it has to be copper 2 sulfate. It can be cobalt. Remember, okay, cobalt, when it is hydrated, it is pink in color. When it is anhydrous, it is blue in color. So, see, from here you know that, see, R, it has to be cobalt 2 chloride. See, when it is hydrated, pink in color. When it is anhydrous without water molecule, okay, remember, it is blue in color. So, answer, it has to be C. Okay, 18, magnesium reacts with copper 2 oxide to give magnesium oxide and copper. So, which one is the oxidizing agent? See, magnesium reacts with CuO to form magnesium oxide and Cu. See, Mg to MgO, it gains oxygen. So, therefore, it undergoes oxidation. Remember, substances that undergo oxidation, they are called reducing agent. See, CuO becomes Cu. It loses oxygen. It undergoes reduction. Substance that undergo reduction is what we call oxidizing agent. So in this case, which one is the oxidizing agent? Okay, we know that it is copper 2 oxide. So answer is B, copper 2 oxide. Okay, 19. Okay, so which one forms acidic oxide? Remember, acidic oxide, it has to be non-metal oxide. Okay, metal oxide, they form basic oxide. So non-metals, B, group 4. The next one, okay, when aqueous sodium hydroxide is added to a solution of metal ions, okay, see, gray-green precipitate is produced. It dissolves in excess to form dark green solution. See, in the cation test, there is only one cation that will produce gray-green precipitate, and it is chromium 3. Alright, so that's all for this part 1. Thanks. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you again. Bye.